Hey guys, Tyler is awesome 2 here. Dang it with the long pauses again. And I am recording my reflection from a mirror. So yeah. We're breaking down the episode of Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue Strength of the Sun for its 25th anniversary. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Let me put you onto something.
Getting your degree online.
No, but seriously, this is something a lot of people sleep on.
Evil Lair.
Diabolico, you have disappointed me greatly.
Yeah,
me again,
very
and
greatly.
I will give your star power to Impus. Understand me?
He surely doesn't want that.
You had best not.
He will. Trust me.
Why, you spoiled little brat. If you weren't the queen's
Don't
child,
call
you'd
him
be
the spoiled little
nothing.
brat. Only if you
Never
were
have
his
my
son,
powers.
or her
I'll
son.
destroy you
Like in the
first.
Sentai. That's what it meant.
Diabolico, what are you doing?
I've just
Cover
been
the excuse, cover the excuse.
adoring little Impus as he sleeps. So
Who wouldn't?
innocent
For a
and
baby.
vulnerable.
What's your next plan, Master?
Oh, ask him in that tone, why don't you?
Silence. We don't need.
Hey, don't say that to your closest friend. Who's your brother in the Sentai?
Enough of your
Oh yeah,
babbling.
these guys are still alive.
Destroy the Rangers before Queen Benshira returns.
Actually, I didn't forget.
Finish them.
Surprisingly,
Understand
wow.
me? As you wish, Master.
They better finish them. But they'll probably not, because it's Power Rangers. You know,
But destroy them we will. The
destroy them you
Power
will.
Rangers will be no more.
At the base. Can't get tired of saying that, right?
David, bring it up on the screen.
She asked her, of all people.
When will it be ready to come online?
It's ready now.
Ready now?
The only problem, it's Ryan.
Really? Him? You mean the person you can't let fight?
Without it,
Also, you may notice that a Sentai character, you know, a face character, is you can actually see them on the screen because this is Sentai footage.
without a Titanium Ranger, the Max Solarzord is useless.
But they're able to find a way to use the Max Solar Sword without him. You know, much like they later won in the series. But I guess they haven't found the way yet. You know.
A sophisticated weapon system that I designed specifically to be operated by the Titanium Ranger.
Again, I'm avoiding
right, Captain
copyright,
Mitchell.
so I'm skipping
I'm afraid
some
the hope is all that we
footage
have right now.
in certain points. But yeah, let's just hope for the best, and let's just pray on hope.
No. I can't believe the captain won't let Ryan morph.
Well,
I mean, two of those monsters
Ryan
are
is
still
his
out there.
son, so yeah.
We're gonna need his help.
He didn't have any choice.
I agree with them also,
Well,
but I can't
Ryan
decide
won't be
which
able to help
side
anyone
I
if that girl
agree
destroys
with. And the alarm for calling one for the monsters of the week, of course there is.
Be very careful.
Yeah, of course you gotta be careful. Why not? And Ryan's blocking the way.
Rangers.
Oh, that
Go.
no shake that I think I skipped. I'm not sure. I will check. And this music is so nice. Of course, the father's gotta do what's best for their son to protect them.
The little do-gooders have arrived.
Hey, they're normal human height.
Come on, guys. Time to morph.
Yeah, it's morphin' time.
Yes. Let's see your superpowers.
We learn how superpowers that come from their suit. You know, kind of like SpongeBob logic.
Rescue. Foolish little rangers. How many times do you need to be humiliated by us before you learn?
Well, I don't know, like 6 times. You can see here they actually filmed the original footage here. Maybe it's just because they can, I guess, and you know, just to make it feel more natural, I guess. The scene transition, I mean, to make the scene transition feel more natural and, you know, just makes sense, okay? And here are the ropes from the opening, intro of QQ Sentai Go-Go 5. They actually use these for battle in the Sentai, and I found a clip of them actually using it in Power Rangers, because of the Sentai footage, specifically, I guess. And of course he spins and spins and spins and knocks him out. And more spinning, everybody.
All right, try this.
And it doesn't work.
Dude, hey, I've got it. We need to try and split them up. Brilliant.
Good
Dana.
idea as
Let's
always.
Go. You two couldn't catch a fly.
Little brats.
I want them like flypaper.
You're too
Of course,
slow.
that joke.
They'll never outrun. You really think you can hide from me?
Now for part 2
yeah.
of the plan.
What's part 2? And girl power, everybody.
Where are you, my little pretties?
Where are they? Or where
Come
they
out,
can
wherever
be.
you are.
Ready or not, here I go.
Suspense. Well, that's very impressive. Wow. That was clever planning. Nice pyrotechnics work here. And they're watching Sentai footage. Okay, Captain Mitchell won't let Ryan morph, and Ryan's still wearing the titanium morpher. What the heck? Why didn't they confiscate it from him? Come on. Come on, Captain Mitchell. You can be a better father than that. After, letting him being raised by demons. The V-Lancers make a comeback.
Ready?
Will it succeed this time?
Enough of this child's play. It's time to finish this.
Child's play? Really?
Yes.
Is it really child's play? They got taken down. This music is so good. I mean, this is really good music. I'm sorry, I just can't help myself.
Now that's what I call a strike.
Really? That pun? You're just bad with jokes.
Those nasty little rangers are going to pay dearly for this.
I mean, it's about time you came out of the rubble.
Carter.
Nice sound
This
effect.
is gonna work.
It has to.
All the
Wait, they let
little
themselves get knocked out
flying in a row.
on purpose?
What?
Also, that joke?
Turn
Really?
them up to diabolical.
Okay, what's with the
A little closer.
rhyming and the word saying?
On.
Come on. Steady. Steady. Of course, it was just a fake out. Of course, they were faking it. Also, this attack actually works this time.
This is unimaginable. Poor Thunderon.
I mean, actually, it's totally imaginable. What are you saying?
He's not finished yet.
Of course he's not.
Doesn't rise to the occasion.
Rise from the ashes? Yeah. Also, the Kuga rising sound effect. Fitting, because I said rising earlier, and you get what I mean. As you can see, this is actually a creation of Power Rangers, because, I think they'll only show, this part, and don't actually show it being in the sea. And of course, this iconic mountain area filming location, where they film giant battles in Tokusatsu. Also, kind of wish Thunder Arm actually kind of looked different. You know, like his brother in arms who got destroyed in the previous episode. Wait, why did I forget to say his name? His name is Demon Knight. He looks like a Demon Knight, for crying out loud. That's why his name is Jess. Come on. Or it sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster name and design, for crying out loud. Something from, Yu-Gi-Oh! I have plenty of Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading cards, by the way. Why am I talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! All of a sudden? Why don't I do a live action series? Or any Yu-Gi-Oh! videos? Hold on. Might as well do that one day. Fun fact, I actually met someone who does a live action Yu-Gi-Oh! series, who also lives here in the city of Erie, Pennsylvania, and is also part of the Autism Society that I'm a part of. Yeah, fun fact. Go check out his channel. I don't remember the name, but I'll tell you in the comments. We should also put your thoughts in the comments as well.
Beautiful. I'll let Thunderon do all the work, and I'll take all the credit.
Diabolical's behind you. Quick, come up with excuses. Come up with excuses. Wait, I used that joke before.
I really wish I could be up there, helping Thunderon.
Of course, classic lie.
Excellent. That can be arranged.
Really?
Thanks for the offer, but let's just see how Thunderon does.
Yeah, let's just watch it.
But I insist.
Okay, see how they filmed an original footage for this of Diabolical just throws the card at him and he just goes big. In the Sentai, well, Diabolical's counter card stabbed him, Like, he just showed up showing him being stabbed. And then the card being thrown at him. And, well, yeah, he still grows big and the injury is just gone now. Wow, he's looking demonic. Or draconic, if you will. More spinning again. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Reroute all reserve power to the super train.
Captain,
Really? They're gonna do that?
energy levels are falling.
Of course, energy levels are falling. What else? Still should have taken that morpher away from him. Of course, Ryan has no choice. What else he's gonna do? And you see this nice little up, and they do it again, like earlier, with the transition from, the original footage to Sentai footage, or how was in the Sentai counterpart, I think.
Captain Mitchell, we've lost all power.
Well, it was essentially Captain Mitchell's fault. Of course, just leave the disc in a case where anyone can just, take the disc. As you can see, this is these blueprints are still from the screen is, what the screen is showing is still some of the Sentai, while everything else here is original footage. And I think it was like plopped onto the screen or something. Not sure. Of course, we have Ryan going up the elevator, and which mirrors his morph. We get a brief glimpse of the morph sequence, and which matches the the opening area of the whatever it's called, of the launching edition, or whatever it's called, of the Max Solarzord. The thing that the Max Solarzord comes out of. Again, comment section down below. Also, I really like the design of the Max Solarzord, which is this space shuttle train hybrid thing. It's just, you can change from train mode to space shuttle mode, which is just pulling out its wings. Very simple. And since the Titanium Ranger is the Power Rangers exclusive, his Megazord cockpit for the Max Solarzord is original as well. I mean, they went through the whole effort of designing this thing. I mean, wow. Yeah, even designing, the controls themselves, they really went through the effort of designing it. You know? But I guess so they can have, show, the Cobra tattoo affecting Ryan to make it more effective. Yeah, it's probably done to make it that effective. And might as well use that cockpit the best you can.
Titanium Ranger to Miss Fairweather. I'm gonna need a little help here.
Of course, Ryan needs help with this thing. He doesn't have, instant knowledge of how to operate it fully. I also like how, the solar panels lights up even in the Sentai footage, even though it's, daytime. It'll look better in nighttime, of course, because anything that lights up looks better at nighttime. Gotta show it off at nighttime. It just looks better that way. It's just logic.
Ryan, get back here. That's an order.
But
Yeah,
Dad, they
listen
need
to
my
your
help.
dad. But then again, yeah. What other choice do they have? Also, they had this. Also, over here at this area, on the right, they actually designed this lever that initiates the wings. Because it's not an autopilot like it'll become later, or like its Sentai counterpart. There has to be a switch for that, like the detail of, explaining what each thing in the cockpit does. Beast Morphers also kind of does this. I mean, they just press a few buttons on the left and they, do something. Their asses are being beaten. And, Max Solarzord to the rescue. Right on time. Also, I believe this... I'm not sure this Sentai original. Not sure. I better check.
He wouldn't dare.
He would dare. And of course, the tattoo is affecting him. This is what I mean.
Beginning ascent.
Let's begin the ascent. Also, this is a beautiful shot, just saying. I also love the lighting used here to show off Ryan's reaction to, the sun. And, because, he's powering his Max Solarzord this way, I love how this thing transforms upside down. That's something I feel like we never see in Power Rangers and Super Sentai. Also, look at the head design. It kind of looks like, a Mega Ranger helmet. Specifically, Mega Blue. Also notice how... Also notice how the Max Solarzord head, nods a bit. This is because in the Sentai, as obviously there's no proper 6 Ranger equivalent. And in the show, while the closest you get is the Liner Boy. Again, Max Solarzord's counterpart, which is actually a sentient mecha, built by the Ranger's father. Again, all the Rangers are siblings in the Sentai. So essentially the Liner Boy was their younger brother, essentially, and again, his introduction more or less served as a subversion of the 6 Ranger trope. And again, this is, Liner Boy is essentially the 6 Ranger, but not quite. Okay, Ryan more or less served as a contemporary counterpart towards the Liner Boy's AI, because, they both play the 6 Ranger role of their respective series. So it's fitting that Ryan gets the sword based on Liner Boy, renamed Power Rangers to Max, the Max Solarzord. Why I struggle to say that. Again, explains why the Titanium Ranger has, the M logo for, for Liner Boy. So, the name Max Solarzord, the M actually makes more sense in Power Rangers here. Unless there's something missing. that I'm missing. I'm not sure. I better look it up. You know, with the whole, Silver Ranger Zords not being silver anyway, it's the Pink Ranger all over. It's like with the Pink Ranger again, ironic since Ryan and Dana are siblings, and Pink Zords are usually mostly white, and Silver Swords sometimes have, more gray color or even a blue color, like or even smallly or just entirely, as seen with the Max Solarzord. Anyways, back to the breaking down of the episode and the episode itself. You see, in the Sentai footage, they act like, they're talking about Ryan, even though in the Sentai footage, they're talking about, Liner Boy. The Zord itself. I love it. I like how he just, flips back, changes to, shuttle mode, and flies around, and changes back to robot mode, and then delivers a flying kick. That's a very nice choreography. Okay, why I keep saying that? Choreography. And a heel kick. And a spinning kick with one leg. Wow. He's just loving doing those kicks. And ignore my dog barking.
All right, Ryan. Look at him go.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah, he sure is. Until a tattoo kicks in, of course.
He can't fight the Cobra forever.
Wait until next episode. Man, Ryan must really like the kicks with this guy, doesn't he? Also, there's the fact that they filmed this scene in between the shot of the the monster and the Zord attacking it. Something for the sake of telling their story. And the fact they exploring sparks for their cockpit scenes. Also, well, I can barely see it, but I think they even put words on them. And look at how detailed this cockpit is. They really paid attention. They really want this to have put effort on this thing. Sorry. Awesome explosion. Also, cool looking shot.
Wow, that was an incredible job, Ryan.
Yeah, good
Again,
one.
changing the transition from talking about the liners or to the Ranger.
Ryan, are you there? Ryan, can you hear me?
And of course, he
Please
faints
respond.
because of the tattoo. And again, look at how much effort on this cockpit. Also, look at Dana nursing her brother to help. And, Miss Fairweather is,
Miss Fairweather?
helping too.
The Max Solarzord is totally awesome.
Yeah, no kidding.
Never mind about that. Gotta
Really?
get some rest. Never mind about that. Gotta get some rest.
Yeah, you need rest.
Quite a crazy stunt you just pulled.
Yeah, it was a crazy stunt.
Do you think Dad's gonna be mad at me?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes Dad can be pretty strict.
Yeah. I mean, he was gone. Well, Ryan was gone most of their lives, so he probably would forget, or not remember, or whatever. Father-son talking time.
Right.
What's he
Dad.
gonna say?
Before you yell at me for what I did, I'm not gonna yell at you.
What?
Just the opposite.
I can say what?
I'm proud of you.
Well, kind of the opposite.
You are?
Well, he is proud.
Very proud.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ryan
I
had
would have
to.
done the same thing myself.
Yeah, he would have.
Now, you try and get some rest.
Yeah, he does need some rest and
Ryan, I need you to roll over so that I can check your breathing.
yeah, check his breathing.
Go.
And again, the effort on these tattoos. Wow. There was a lot of effort in these episodes. Even to write down the editing of the Sentai footage.
I'm afraid that last fight made the Cobra progress very rapidly. The
Oh
next
no.
time he morphs, could destroy him.
Well, next two morphs, actually, I think. We'll see in the next episode. We'll just have to wait and see in the next episode of Lightspeed Rescue. What's with Let's see what Diabolico's up to.
They've seen the last of my 3 warriors, but they're wrong.
Really?
They will return
Pretty sure
even
they
more
have.
powerful than before, and the Rangers won't even know where to turn.
Ooh. What's next? We'll find out in the next episode. Okay, like I said before, the others, this is pretty good writing, story, characters, as well as acting, and music and effects and editing. They're all pretty good. The story especially. And yeah. Hit that Kugo thumbs up button. As I said earlier, comment section down below. And then, subscribe and notification button. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm Tyler's Awesome too. And peace.